age groups and demographics, right? More popular with African American men, more popular with obviously with white males and Hispanic people, but he's still lagging behind college-educated women. Matt, what is that about? What are they liking about what they're seeing from the Democrats? Explain that.
Well, first of all, if you look at Elizabeth Warren, and there are some men who fall in that group too. That is the toughest group, but that would be the symbol of what they like and what motivates them. These are white, educated, consider themselves to be well-to-do females, usually over the age of 65 or so, and a good number of men in that category too. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the 1960s still in them or what, they seem to be the people who get most worked up over Donald Trump. In fact, many of the protests, if you go look at some of the protests at Tesla locations and they're filled with people who are over the age of 65, and a lot of them are female. So it's a group that no one can quite figure out, and no one's going to change their mind. I can assure you of that.
And no one wants to really sit around and break bread with them if they don't agree with them, lock, stock, and barrel. All right, Mike. Senator Schiff had a message for President Trump this week. Speaking of deranged, watch.
I'm getting the impression he doesn't like me very much.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But, you know, I'm a good Democrat, so my view, of course, is when they go low, we go high, he can go
Mike, he was responding to President Trump, calling him pencil neck and watermelon head. I mean, this is getting pretty juvenile. But look, Schiff is the poster child of this lawfare that is slowing down parts of the Trump agenda, even though they've already accomplished so much.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Schiff did everything he could to try to use the legal system to destroy President Trump, and he failed and failed spectacularly. It seems like the Democrat hunters are going to be the hunted legally, politically, and financially for the next 4 years.
And Matt, actor John Leguizamo stopped by The View today and decided, of course, he's obsessed with President Trump as well, especially on the DEI question. Check this out.
It's terrible. I mean, they're removing plaques of Black and Latino and women heroes.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, what kind of action is that? It's like a white-only club.
Matt, what does your polling tell you? Is this a white-only club?
No, I mean, the white-only club is becoming the Democratic Party. Quite frankly, they're shrinking in size. They're not appealing to people. And like we said earlier, they made up primarily of a lot of elite whites, particularly who are older and some who graduated from these elite colleges. It's shrinking. So the Republican Party is increasing in terms of African Americans, Hispanics, people of color, ages, young people. I don't know where they're coming from, but clearly out in Hollywood, they don't get the real news.
Mike and Matt, thank you both. That is it for us tonight. Make sure to follow me on social media all weekend long on Instagram and X. Jesse Waters and the